Yo, what's up internet? My name is Anthony, and I got to see Derek Carr speak at a local church today. I ran into one of you guys, and I was a little shocked and surprised. I swear I'm not usually this socially awkward, and I just said hi. I never got to know your name, and I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for coming up and shaking my hand. Anyway, let's get to the video. In the first round, the Oakland Raiders select Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back, Alabama. I love Minkah Fitzpatrick on the Raiders. He is a do-it-all defensive back who started as a freshman at Alabama. He lived up to all the hype and produced at a high level. Fitzpatrick has the talent to one day be a shutdown defensive cornerback, play an in-the-box safety, and even an over-the-top safety. He can fill any holes in the secondary and even play linebacker on occasion. In the second round, the Oakland Raiders select Maurice Hurst, defensive tackle, Michigan. The spot where Hurst gets drafted is all over the place. He is a 4-3 defensive tackle who specializes in penetrating the backfield and getting pressure. He's exactly the type of player the Raiders need to help out Khalil Mack. Some see Hurst as a little undersized, but he can definitely play. The heart condition is a concern, but I believe he checked out medically. If the Raiders can get him in the second round, they've nailed the draft. In the third round, the Oakland Raiders select Duke Dawson, cornerback, Florida. The departure of TJ Carey left a big hole at the slot cornerback role. Dawson might be a little too undersized to ever play outside cornerback, but he has all the quick twitch needed to be in the slot. He will shore up the biggest hole left in the secondary and let all other players be in their natural position doing what they do best. The secondary will be massively upgraded after this draft. In the fourth round, the Oakland Raiders select Jamarco Jones, offensive tackle, Ohio State. Jones will not wow you with anything, but he simply gets the job done. He's not a great athlete and still needs to get a little stronger. However, his technique and body is already NFL ready. I think he has a chance to be an NFL starter early, but might be better off as a backup swing tackle his rookie year to further develop. In the fifth round, the Raiders select Luke Falk, quarterback, Washington State. Falk has a pretty high ceiling and talent for the Raiders to develop. He is a tall, quick rhythm passer who fits perfectly in the Raiders system. Falk doesn't have a good arm, but his arm is good enough. He likes to stand in the pocket, but still needs some time to develop. He's the perfect kind of quarterback for the Raiders to turn into a mid-round pick later. With the other 5th round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Oren Burks, linebacker, Vanderbilt. Burks is more of a hybrid player than a pure linebacker, which fits perfectly in today's NFL. He's better against the pass than the run and really needs to develop a better feel for the linebacker role as he's still learning. No matter what, we know that Burks is a leader and quite the athlete. I think he can be a core special teams player now with the ability to be a starter down the line. With the first 6th round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Jaleel Scott, wide receiver, New Mexico State. Scott is huge at 6'5" and has gotten pretty good at using his size to get the ball. He has developed his jump ball ability and would be an asset in the red zone. He doesn't have the speed or athletic ability to get away from NFL defenders, so his ceiling could be limited. Scott still needs to work on his route running, but he can contribute in the red zone immediately. With the 2nd 6th round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Taron Johnson, cornerback, Weber State. Johnson doesn't really have the size to be a number 1 NFL cornerback, but he has the quickness and agility to be a slot or number 4 cornerback. He has likely maxed out his size and is still pretty small by NFL standards. He will likely find a role on special teams and be a cornerback in dime situations when called upon. With the 3rd 6th round pick, the Oakland Raiders select Kalen Ballage, running back, Arizona State. Ballage looks the part of a huge running back at 6'3". He's more of a freak athlete than football player at this point of his career. He still needs to learn to read the defense and make decisive cuts to be a long-term running back. The experience he has returning kicks and being a receiver out of the backfield will help him get on the field soon and make an NFL roster. With the 4th and final 6th round pick, the Raiders select Khalil McKenzie Jr., defensive tackle, Tennessee. He is a 5-star recruit with all the ability needed to play in the NFL. The athleticism and body are all off the charts and NFL caliber. McKenzie still really needs to develop as a defensive lineman and didn't really have an impact in college. I think the talent is there to take a shot and hope that one day he reaches his massive ceiling. In the 7th round and final pick of the draft, the Raiders select Justin Lawler, defensive end, SMU. Lawler will work extremely hard and make sure he's the best football player he can be. The problem is, he doesn't really have the football ability to make it in the NFL, as he's just not a great athlete. This pick is for the locker room culture. He will fight to make an NFL team, and his character will fit in perfectly with the Raiders. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed, thumbs down if you didn't, and have a good day.